Honestly, still prefer the pre-Uptie story art, but hey, that's still good. Hey, welcome back to more Limbus Company. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we started off the Canto 5 dungeon, and this time we will be continuing with it. But I feel like a little rat scrounging up scraps in order to get more stuff. Well, we do at least have a guaranteed thing. That's an ego there. I'm not sure what that one is going to be. Looks like Red Eye's open. I think it's open. Roche has 2 Red Eyes. Ego. Yes. Open is the he and is... Fucking hell. Really? Fucking announcers. I've gotten the announcers so many times. It's... kinda redonky-donk. Right. Let's see what I may be able to still grab. First of all, I may as well pop all those open. 97 thread is still pretty good. I could possibly afford full stop Hong Lu. Yeah, none of these really particularly help with having us be sinking, but what are we close with? We already have Dawn. Theoretically, our best would be if we wanted to get full stop Hong Lu, but yeah, there's not really anything from this group that I particularly am like desperate to get still, just because we got the sinking ones. Which was very... Well, actually, I think we only had sinking. Yeah, we only had... Oh, no. Lament. Oh, yeah. Rise open. Does extra stuff with bind, as well as having, more fucking coin power. You also do heal up a little bit, I believe, at higher up ties of Red Eyes Open. Not, like, significantly so, but... still a decent bit. Yeah, I'll probably just end up start building up towards Edgar Family Gregor. I can afford Uptie 4 on Solemn Lament. And I can actually just afford it with the Song Ego Shards. So we'll grab that, of course. Build us up a little bit further. Yeah, no ego. Probably, well, I maybe should have built up I should have probably popped them as Hong Lu so I could get Diechi, but it's whatever. I'm saving up for Gregor anyways. It's fine. Although actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just have to level up Merceau. That's fine. And I'd probably want to wait until I can get up to level 50 anyways. Regardless, back into the dock. And just as a quick recap of what happened in here, met Keycag. Queequeg? I don't know, man. Stupid name. So what's that on the board over there? The number of gold coins is signed to each crewman and woman. Collected by fishing or useful stuff or by hunting mermaids. And who's the one paying you? The captain, obviously. Seeing this economic activity from the whale's stomach? Any of gold coins you have in here? Well, only means procuring them. Told ya, we'll be out of here in just a little bit. And once we're off this whale, I get paid 63 gold coins. With that much dough, I might just be able to snag myself a halfway decent ship. Unless the inflation's gone nuts, that is. Oh, by the way, ever been to Marley Port Ship lately? Any chances on the Stingray flat top grill place? I wonder if it's still open. Sounds delish. Where is it? So Ahab's giving out gold coins to recruit for the labor. The promise of reward for services rendered. I'm sure that's a strong motivator. Ishmael, you really caught me off guard earlier. Seriously, I didn't think I'd find you here of all places. When we're out of here, we should go crash at the bar and drink rum straight from a barrel. We'll make it a competition just like the good old days. Right, so do you get a chance to say hello to everyone? A little chat. And oh man, you sure did grow your hair out. Whatever happened to long hair is annoying. It's a lot of questions at once. I don't think anyone will want to chat with me. I tell from the looks they're giving me. Sometimes people from other ships would join the village, but none of them lasted more than a day. We're the ones who made it this long, and so thanks to a solution our captain came up with. A solution? A way to stop our minds and bodies from turning pallid. What is it? As you can see, without our captain, would have been long turned into mermaids. Without the captain, our village wouldn't exist. Someone that dares to antagonize the captain is our enemy. Staying as the captain is to stand against our very survival. Change, Starbuck. Remember you butting your head with the captain all the time. Did I? Don't forget who trapped you all here in the first place. Led us to our deaths. Ishmael coldly walks past Starbuck before entering the office. I thought he was an old mate of yours. Starbuck, first mate of the pet god. I wanted to be a good person to everyone. I was the close of the crew to the captain's ear. And he also squabbled pretty often, but it didn't matter in the end. Ahab was equally indifferent to everyone anyways. Please, excuse the state of my office! A bottle of rum in this would have gone down much smoother. Yet after all the time we spent stuck in here, I've not seen a single bottle of it floating its way in. Executive Manager, allow me to take charge of this negotiation. Ishmael cannot be trusted to make a rational decision, and you, Executive Manager, cannot properly communicate with this woman. She'll only hear your taking stand. Sure. Captain Ahab, is it? Allow me to hazard a guess. You rode in here voluntarily in search of something that the pallid whale devoured. This means you and your present company have also found a way to keep yourselves from turning into mermaids. I don't suppose there's any point in hiding it when we've already come this far. We're in search of a certain object. Its appearance is as thus. Don Quixote started explaining, looking around excitedly as though she expected the captain to suddenly procure the gold bow from her pockets. Are we really just going to tell her everything? I want to talk about this between us first, and I know what you seek. A golden stick of sorts, I presume. Am I wrong? What? We can even deny our accusations thanks to Gregor's extremely telling reaction. I know where to find it. I can even bring you to it. How do we know that you aren't bluffing? Yeah, what if you just overheard us while talking? I shall prove it to you then. From that branch that emanates a far-reaching golden light. Its glow is warm and bright, not bright enough to be blinding. It appears she at least knows of a golden bow, which has just told us more than what an unrelated individual should be able to know. Still, I don't believe she's about to really tell us what the bow is. If you say we're not part of this information, I've nothing to hide. Ahab slammed the desk and leaned aggressively toward us. She wore a knowing grin, as though she knew exactly what we wanted and what we were about to say to get it. Let's speak plainly here. I have naught to hide from you. In fact, I dare say that it is you who are withholding things from me. You call that stake the golden bow, did you? Well then, that golden bow is at the center of this accursed whale. At the dead center. The epicenter of this deep, resonant thumping. The spring of life that fuels this beast. The heart that seeps within all that is evil in the world. But you are in luck. It just so happens that the Pecon has set course for that very same destination, and we plan to set sail in the very near future. Because the only way out of that whale is by destroying its heart. That's interesting. I wonder if it's just a coincidence. What's so interesting about it? It wasn't interesting after all those years spent preparing for the journey to the heart, which just happened to arrive as they were about to set sail. I have naught else to say but merely refer to the nature of fate. The threads of fate itself is weaved so that I, Ahab, shall be the one to pierce the heart of the pallid whale. I have set more sails in the belly of this beast than the number of your gritted teeth combined. I have been to every nook and cranny of this place, all of which I clearly recall. There is no method upon this earth that I have not attempted to pierce this beast's hide. So allow me to preclude a few options for you. This beast's hide is as thick and impenetrable as Alcorp's fortress. All the weapons in the world will not be able to pierce it. Try to stab it with my harpoon. Wound it, yes. Puncture a hole, no. Well, if you find my words so difficult to believe, feel free to give a try with your own weapons. My attempts hardly left a mark. She's right, then it won't matter what the Underworld does. It won't matter what LCA does. No matter how they try to can't get us out of here. We know better than anyone. The crushing pain of surviving at a place with such as this, with no hope of rescue. No sane mind survives such torment for long. Behold my pitiful crew! They hold on tooth and nail to their sense of self as the pallid membrane tries to devour them whole. Nothing here. Nothing. None. We can't do naught but scavenge the flotsam that washes up to its stomach. Mermaid corpses key keg brings back from our hunts are our only source of substance. It's fine. Stop. How do you guys even survive here? Faith. The faith that as long as we follow our captain, she'll eventually lead us out of here. That's the hope we hold on to. Now give my offer a listen. I, Captain Ahab of the Pequod, leader of the Pequod town, have a responsibility to bring every single one of my crew home. Thus, I make this offer to you. I will destroy this bastard's heart. For long I have prepared. Now, all that remains to be done is to set the plan in motion. Our goals are the same, yet we each seek different treasures. Assist me in my plan. We will hunt this whale and escape, and the golden bow shall be yours. We must discuss this amongst ourselves first. Take as much time as you want. Ahab nodded with a generous smile. We had only one corner of our office to discuss this. The boat that helps carry it here is beyond salvage. Unless I follow, we require a new boat for us to escape the whale. Moreover, moving across the bodily fluids of the whale is necessary if we are to conduct an investigation of its interiors. For that, we require a new boat. Commandeering our vessels is alone one of our options. Guys, they can hear us. Pipe down. Our ship, hard to sail, complex. Only Pequod crew handle Pequod boats. I say, how much time would it take if we were to build a boat from scratch? Considering that we possess no necessary materials, considering that we must reinforce to be resistant to the whale's acid, the estimated time of completion is... No, let's not even think about that. Let's not. That's your offer? I can smell your bullshit coming from a mile away. It's not changed one bit. Driving people to the death with bullshit that, at a glance, seems plausible. Nothing's changed. Yeah, there's something off about her. Maybe we should just do this ourselves. Never trust something that requires too much explaining. I think they spent a long time building a plan to destroy the heart and escape this place. Do we really do it on our own, from scratch? I also don't know how long we'd hold out in here. Yeah, that Kevin probably knows this place better than anyone. So our other options are either turn into mermaids and kill each other or remain trapped in here forever. And really the alternatives we got. The Red Gate shall not abandon us! We're having trouble coming to agreement. I'll meditate. Let's bow to the last... I will mediate. Let's bow to the last person standing and have them decide. The suitors were all expressing their opinions, which were all very diametrically opposed to one another, with little hope of meeting somewhere in the middle. And I was unnerved by how easily Ahab managed to see right through us. There's a reason Ahab is considered, like, one of the best villains in Limbus. He's just so fun. Like, Ahab's just a fun antagonist. I see that you are having some trouble coming to an agreement amongst yourselves. That is quite understandable. It should be clear as day that the answer is right before your eyes. My offer is perfect for your present, rather desperate situation. But that is the whims of fate, the seemingly implausible coincidental opportunities of the threads of fate weaving the path ahead for us. You must first learn to be someone who grips that destiny when it presents itself. It is common wisdom amongst every seafarer. Sinclair shuddered a little. A lot has happened. Various moments of past coincidences must have passed before every sitter's eyes. We will sail between two ships. We encountered those floating mermaids on a deserted ship. We fought a whale and its byproducts that came with the waves. You're in your arrogant, all-knowing speech that haven't changed one bit. Don't delude yourself. I'm not joining hands with you ever again. Even now I can't wait to chew you up and tear you apart. What face! What words! The girl has finally learned how to speak like a proper sea dog with herself. Haven't you, Ishmael? Didn't you remember my name? How could I not? I heard your voice moments before the whale swallowed me whole. The echoes of your voice calling my name, scattering to the winds amidst the desolation. I can hear it clearly as though it happened but a day ago. Even for a brief moment through the tempest our eyes met, and I peered into the depths of your heart. Into the depths of your true desire. Ahab strode toward Ishmael. Ishmael stood her ground. She glared at the old one with the bloodshot eyes. So I'll give you what you want. Her voice was low yet personal, honest. So what kind of crap you come up with this time? Because what I want is my heart. Ishmael, listen well. I am the first and only person who watched the birth of your life's greatest wish. There was an awakening deep within you, a hateful obsession, screaming and thrashing with frenzies that you may one day gut me yourself. That very desire is what has brought you before me, past the trials and tribulations the world has thrown in your way. Am I wrong? The golden bow they seek. You don't give a shit about that. Of course you don't. My very heart is your golden bower, your plunder, the treasure you so desperately seek at the end of your journey. I knew that deep inside you were still a sailor and harpooner, an excellent one at that. From the moment of our reunion until now, you've been stabbing me over and over again in your head. Not once have you averted your eyes. And what a harpooner that makes you! Were I aware, I would have willingly given you my heart to kill. You'll give me your heart. You know better than anyone that I do not lie, Ishmael. You know where the bow of my accumulated passion has set course to. Help me destroy this whale's heart, and I, Captain Ahab, shall willingly give you my life. If it matters not the manner in which you end me, I will accept it all gladly. Ahab snatches Ishmael's harpoon and brings it close to her throat. Now, do you not wish to tear open my arteries? Allow me to make this task even easier for you. Shall I turn my neck so that my veins are plain for you to see? Oh, this is yours, as long as I can achieve my goal. Oh, what a keen harpoon you've whetted! I can imagine the nights you spent sharpening it, drawing a picture of my painful demise. You must have felt it, the call of destiny, your fate, just as I have. No one on this earth understands you better than I do, Ishmael. I know that very longing, that very burning hatred that consumes your days. Yeah, you're right. I'm barely holding myself back from tearing into your arteries. Yet, you do not act. Because even now, even as the tip of your razor-sharp harpoons tickles the fuzz of my neck, you know the truth so well that you are still too weak to kill me. How pitiful yet clever! The girl knows her place, and that cleverness of yours serves you well. A foolish sailor would not have accepted this generous offer of mine. As long as I can kill the pallid whale with my 2 hands, I care not about what happens next. My heart is yours to harpoon, Ishmael. I will be made complete at that very moment. What happens afterward, I could not care less. Ishmael laughed and laughed. She did not fight back with her biting tongue, nor did she sharply and rationally criticize the captain's words as she did ours. She laughed and laughed and laughed, glaring straight into Ahab's eyes. Yes, I like the look in your eyes. I can already see it. In fact, I may as well have already heard your decision from that look. Yeah, enjoy your last voyage, Ahab. And whatever it takes, survive to the end of this voyage until you destroy the whale's heart. They'll happily destroy you the moment you're made complete. Yes! Now I see the eyes of a proper sea dog. Finally, conviction burns within your eyes. I shall not disappoint, Ishmael. Allow my heart to beat like the very tempest. Allow my heart to bleed harder than the boiling blood of the lava whale, so that it may be a target worthy of your harpoon. A sense of overwhelming dread emanated from the pair's mad laughter. Neither I nor the other sinners dared to intrude. Their laughters were very much alike, to the point where I wasn't sure which belonged to Ishmael and which belonged to Ahab. What I was thinking then, I'm not really sure. It wasn't like we had any other choice, but maybe I was hoping that Ishmael would refuse the offer. So you're joining us for the journey to the heart. And that, nice. It's encouraging to see lively-looking fellas along for the ride. Not a hint of that pale membrane to be seen on you. Oh, speaking of which, how are you all so okay? How come the pellet whale got no effect on any of you? Curious Starbucks asked. It's a long story. We just happened to get lucky, and I'll leave it at that. Very kind of blocked Don Quixote's mouth. I really have to get used to a good voice for Don Quixote. She's really, like, the only voice that I'm not confident in, like, at all. Mainly with her speaking more quietly, but There are tasks that must be completed if we are to reach the heart. 2 ships, 2 routes. They must go their separate ways to reach the heart. The pet cod will make its way to the pancreas. Question. Shoot. Why are you the one going for the pancreas? The whale's pancreas and vast is filled with treacherous acid. To go in there without knowing when and where the acid will spew from is to dance with death. So I'm electing to bring those that have toiled here for years, not experienced landsmen such as you. Starbuck shrugged next to the captain. I must also mention that Pancras is heavily populated by mermaids. It is better that we sailors, who have spent our entire lives hunting mermaids and whales, take that route instead. While there aren't any particularly powerful or troublesome mermaids there, our numerical advantage will still be useful on that path. At the end of its pancreas we shall hew its largest vein. Then its left heart atrium will be open to supply blood to the area. So what about us? You will take this path, the right heart atrium connected to the lungs. This is a narrow path, so a smaller vessel will serve you well. Some other things have made their way into the path that I send you on. They are neither whale nor mermaid. Their numbers are small, but each of them may pose a difficult fight. What you lack in numbers, I assume, will be up for by your individual prowess. You and your men will shine in targeted strikes that all are battles that the Peccard will face through the pancreas. Were you not here, I would have sent Starbuck, Keycat, and at least 8 other good men that way. Both divided will have a higher chance of failing. In fact, it had been a rather significant concern of mine. But you have arrived, fitting me perfectly into this conundrum of a puzzle, as though fate itself has ordained it. Destiny is one fickle thing, is it not? Miss Ahab must be referring to the abnormalities that were swallowed alongside the Lobotomy Corp branch. So you know something of these odd creatures. Indeed, our recovery was ordained by fate, the very destiny that led me to the heart of this whale. 2 of the monsters there, you will open the arteries, and the right atrium shall open. We will meet again at the heart where the atriums meet. And then I shall enter and destroy its core, the heart of hearts, if you will. Verily, you proclaim that there is a heart within a heart? I see that you have little experience contending with a foe so great as the whale. It is obvious that such a colossal creature would have a heart that fuels its heart. That's supposed to be obvious. The sun shall shine on us again, only when we destroy the heart, beating with the very essence of evil. Through the whale's sundered flesh shall the gentle light reign over us. And you will impale me with the final harpoon to end my breath once and for all. We meant to analyze the geography of this entity. The general structure of the plan appears to be sound to me, Executive Manager. I agree. Looks like Ahab wasn't kidding about checking every nook and cranny of the belly of this whale. She did all that with the singular desire to hunt, to kill this great whale once and for all, for such a long time. So I don't like this. We're supposed to just, what, listen to dodgy Captain ordering us around? Clock Eddie was our boss. Oh, we just finished this with our own 2 ends of relying on her. Just do this ourselves. One or 2 of us go man turn into a merman. That's what I want about working at the end of the day. That's a irresponsible suggestion. Would have been the first to suggest I had estimated our loss to be higher than 1 or 2 of us. Why didn't you? We're at a significant disadvantage when it comes to information on this battlefield. Each commander's life may be risked at any moment. Not even witless rookies risk or gamble with the lives of their superiors. All that for your pride? What foolishness. As long as we destroy the heart, I can end her. As long as we destroy the heart. She grits her teeth and she repeats it to herself like a mantra. So she may never forget, not even for a moment. Right then, we'll meet again at our rendezvous point. Let this be a good voyage to us all. The summit is in our grasp, my dearest crew. We'll soon breathe deep the metallic traitorous stench of the city's air. And provide us with a boat that could bring us all the way to the heart. Only pack out a crew steers pack out a boat. So, I steer. Keycat joined us as our helmswoman. Keycat wasn't lying. This boat wasn't like any other boat we'd seen. Its body was made of flesh and bones. It's one of the few pieces of metal plates were visible between the organic materials. Only the crew of the Packard could possibly know how to steer this bizarre ship. I love Ahab so much. I mean, like, he's just a very fun villain. And at the end of the day, you want to have memorable antagonists. More than anything else. I will at least... Well, Nah. We'll do that next time. Just story stuff this time. And we proceed on towards the heart next time. But until then, see you guys later.